Hi, it's Will from StormTheCastle.com, and here on YouTube you know me as Epic Fantasy. And this is my latest tutorial. I promised you this tutorial, and here it is. This is how to make miniature trees, little tiny trees. See it? And you know, the scale can be whatever scale you want them to. You can make them of different sizes, bigger or even smaller, you know. And I show you how to do this out of just common materials that you can find around the house. A fun little project. I like it. This is in coordination with my Game of Thrones The Wall diorama tutorial, and I said I'd show you how to make trees, and here it is. This tutorial is how to make it. So, and I made a little scene for these trees, and I just had one thing for you. See this thing right here? If you can tell me what that is, I will send you a medieval stamped letter. You know, if you look back a few videos, you see my tutorial on how to make a wax seal. First person that tells me what this thing is here, I will send you a letter with a wax seal on it. So, thank you very much. Okay, easy enough. You can do, of course, a fantasy scene, all kinds of different things. I just had some little tiny chickens and cows, and I figured, what the heck, I'll make that little scene. But, you know, typically I do like fantasy figures or something, you know, a little warriors or something. But great for dioramas, great for model railroads. And this is inspired by a video from another gentleman who made trees very similar to this in a very similar manner using a drill. And I'll put a link to his video in the description of this video. But we've changed it a little bit and done some things a little bit differently. So let's launch into the introduction, and then let's do how to make miniature trees. Thank you. Dioramas, origami, catapults, and treasure shades, telescopes, terrariums, bonsai trees, and paper games, swords and shields, and real blacksmithing, model boxes, animation. I teach the art of real creation. StormTheCastle.com. Let's make something. Okay, so here are some of the things you're going to need to make these trees. A drill, a few tools like scissors and pliers, some felt, some wire, and or some different type of fabric like this. You can buy this in arts and crafts stores. It's called chenille. You can improvise all kinds of stuff to do the fabric. If you're using felt, use a wire brush and you can tease it out like this. You can also get yarn. Some of that is yarn. I showed you, see that green stuff up in the upper right hand corner? That's like a type of yarn. Get it in arts and crafts stores. It's really fluffy like that. You can even use pillow stuffing. So there you go. So now let's make an actual tree. Cut yourself off a piece of wire. And this is florist wire. I like it because it's green. And you don't have to use green wire. Use any kind of wire and then just paint it brown or green for your tree trunk. Fold it like this in half and close it up a bit. And then put it in your drill. Give it a little bit of a twist to form the trunk. That's the trunk down there, the twisted section. And then add a nice fluffy ball of your chenille or your felt or your pillow stuffing, whatever you're using. Give it a twist. Now what happens is the wire twists up and then holds it nice and tight. Now you can fluff it out a little bit and trim it with scissors to get a nice aesthetic shape that you want. You know, and you know, you're making trees, as funny as it sounds, look at trees, because trees come in all kinds of wonderful shapes. You know, some are, you know, thicker on the bottom, some are even thicker on the top, some are, you know, some have longer trunks. So you make a variety of trees, it'll give you some nice scenery. A nice variety for whatever you're making, for railroads or dioramas or whatever. There you go. There's our first tree. Looks good. But I'm going to show you some more techniques here. Like for instance, you can take different pieces like this, each piece a little bit narrower than the previous piece, so it simulates how the tree gets narrower towards the top. Put them in the wire like this, and fold it over, right, to pinch them all. And then put that in the drill and drill it. Ooh, very nice. Now you can shape it a little bit. and then trim it with scissors to get a nice aesthetic shape out of it, like this. And this one here, if you notice this one, I used 2 different colors of the yarn. 2 different colors, so it really adds a nice variety to the tree. See how we get 2 different colors? There's a light and a dark. That's a nice little tip. You know, so experiment with that. So now, that's it. You're making trees. And for our Game of Thrones diorama, we use this Woodland Scenic Snow. And how do we apply that to the trees? Easy enough. Get yourself some hairspray or some spray fixative. Hairspray works just fine if you get that handy. Spray it on your tree. And then dip it in the snow. Easy tutorial. If you make some little trees, be sure to send me a picture. I'd love to put it on my website. Lots of diorama making stuff there on stormthecastle.com. All kinds of stuff. We're going to take one last look at the little diorama that I made for this project, which I really kind of like. It took me, I think, an hour to put that little diorama together. Isn't that fun with the chickens and the cows and the trees? See the trees? Remember, tell me what that thing is, and I will send you a wax letter, a stamped letter with a wax seal on it. That's it. The chickens are adorable. I bet you didn't think they were that realistic when you're looking at it from afar, but they're actually very realistic. Let's look at some more tutorials. The Game of Thrones diorama, the big 8-foot Storm the Castle diorama, how to make a waterfall in a diorama, and then in the lower left, that's how to make a diorama inside a light bulb. Thank you.